Matthew 5:8 says, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God." This is one of the verses in the Beatitudes that shows us how much we are incapable of actually living up to these Beatitudes. So let's just get that straight. This list of Beatitudes that Jesus gives us is not a list of rules that we need to perfectly live up to in order to be in the kingdom of heaven. Rather, it is a state that we get to enjoy because of our connection with Christ. Especially this one. Because we are in the kingdom of Christ, we will one day have a pure heart, but we don't currently have a pure heart. But what does it mean to have a pure heart? As it is something that we should aspire to, and it is a fruit that we should have in our life eventually from our connection to Christ. Well, being pure in heart really means that there is no taint of sin within us. Back in the garden, when we chose to reach out and grab the fruit, when we chose to distrust God and disobey Him, what ended up happening is that the human heart, instead of being directed towards God and our desires being what He wants and to lift up and to glorify Him and to trust in Him, instead of that, the human heart turned in on itself and it began to desire what it wanted, what it thought was best. And the inevitable result of that was a stain upon our soul. Our hearts began to grow sick with death itself. So when Jesus says, "Blessed are the pure in heart," He is essentially saying, blessed are those who have their hearts directed towards what God wants. Blessed are those who have their affections towards heaven and not on themselves. So as you are heading out into your day, take an examine of your heart. Ask God to really filter what is in there. Ask Him to pinpoint every part of your heart that is turned in on itself, that desires what you want above what God wants, that desires earth above heaven. Ask Him to filter it out for you, and then ask Him to do what you are incapable of doing, which is to remove the stain of death from your heart, to remove the sinful desires from your heart, and to live as one that is truly pure in heart. And the promise here, those who are pure in heart will see God. You see, we know that we are guaranteed to see God, and that is exciting for us because one day we will live with Him, one day we will see Him face to face, which means ultimately that Christ is working in us to bring our heart back to the state He already intended it to be in, which was that of purity, no stain of death, no corruption of desire, rather simple purity of intention and love for God. As you head out into your day, ask God to create that state in you. You may not see it fully until you see Him face to face, but you can see it in part now. Ask for God to help you to be pure in heart. I hope that encourages you.